So, today's video, I'm gonna talk about how everything is a lie. Like, motherfuckers been lying to you since birth. Like, the first thing that they lie to you about is like all of these stupid holidays that we celebrate, like Christmas, Easter, you know, all that bullshit. Like, when you actually look into history, it's always some fucked up shit. Like, for example, like Christmas and a lot of these Christian holidays, like you look in the origins, and it's some pagan shit. And we'll talk about like these patriotic holidays. Nah, not these patriotic holidays, like Thanksgiving, the slaughter of the indigenous people. Like, they ain't really got nothing to be thankful for because they were the ones. Well, I don't know about, like, they ain't got nothing to be thankful for, but like they don't celebrate that shit because they were the ones that got fucked over. And all these stupid holidays really promote is consumerism. They just trying to get you to spend money. Like, they just want you to spend your money and waste your resources. Another thing is school. Like, everything about school is bullshit. Like, people act like that's education, and maybe that's the case in some other countries, but in this country, the United States, it ain't nothing but some bullshit. Like, you're like, there's nothing educational about it. Like, really, it's indoctrination, because it's like you forced to fucking go there. Like, if you don't send your kids to school, your ass goes to jail. Like, you can only really not do that shit when they're 16, like when they're old enough to drop out. But like, that's actually one of the main reasons why I'm not even trying to have kids, besides everything being so damn expensive nowadays. Like, that's actually the main reason why I don't want to have kids, because I'm not trying to put them through the same shit that I had to deal with. Like, we were just taught like a lot of like lies, and like everything that they taught us was capped, and it was useless as fuck. Like, I've been out of school for damn near 4 years. Not damn near 4 years. It has been 4 years. Damn. Time flies by fast when you're not, time really flies by fast when you're not forced to do shit, or, when you got freedom, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, just the shit that we had to do in school, everything about it was just bullshit, and it's just trying to get you to be a conformist. Like, that's all it really is at the end of the day. It's just obedience training. It's just an indoctrination concentration camp. Like, that shit be fucking people over for like their whole lives. Like, they'll go, like, some people don't get over that shit. Like, I still ain't fully got over all the things I had to deal with in school. Like, the shit that I let slide, like, I still ain't fully got over it. But I mean, a lot of people, it's way worse. Like, my attitude is, hey, if they didn't force us to go there, I never would have had to deal with any of that. I wouldn't have to deal with any of that shit anyway. Another thing that's a lie in this life, the hamster wheel. Once you get out, it's basically like when you in school, it's already a hamster wheel, but really they just setting you up by conditioning you to be in the hamster wheel. But like, the next phase, like working on I ain't even just gonna say 9 to 5, like just working in life in general, then trying to be like successful and shit. Like, like it's a hamster wheel. It's like dangling a bone in front of a dog and throwing it in the river, or something. Like, nah, they'll pretend to throw the bone or the treat or whatever to the dog, but they'll throw it, but they'll act like they throw it, but they didn't actually throw it. Like you know how you do that? Like you'll pretend like you threw a ball, but you'll have it in your hand the whole time, but the dumbass dog still ran over it. Like that's basically how they doing us. Like they really want you to, they really put you in a hamster wheel type situation where like they tell you that, oh, you can be successful if you work hard enough, if you do that, if you do this. Even with the entrepreneur shit, like I'm not just talking about 9 to 5 jobs. Like everybody knows that. Everybody fucking talks about that. Like I don't need to, but like even the entrepreneurship, like a lot of that, a lot of you got to be in the right business and you got to have the right connections, because a lot of that shit ain't worth it either. Like if you're not dealing with a shitty boss, you're dealing with customers trying to fuck you over and sue you for every little thing. You know, like difference is like if you're like if the business you work at goes under, you still get paid or at least compensated for that. Whereas you know, you work for your own business. Like a lot of these people push you got a lot more to lose. I mean, like you don't want to be a bitch about it. Like risk come with rewards, but a lot of these businesses that they be trying to like sell to you, or like a lot of these ideas that people try to sell to you, there is no winning in that shit. So yeah, yet another way society is a lie. Everybody's trying to manipulate you. Like everybody got an agenda, and what I mean is like this goes back to people trying to like sell you shit and sell you success, but like it goes back to that. But I'm mostly talking about like on YouTube and social media, like especially in the self-improvement manosphere, Sigma Soldier, Sigma Chat, Giga Chad, Fag, you know, that bullshit, bro. Like they trying to sell you, they always trying to like manipulate you. Like at first these channels always start off talking that good shit, talking about do this and do that to self-improve. You're gonna get you just self-improve, Max. That's how you gonna get bitches. You ain't got no bitches, you still a virgin. Oh, self-improve, Max, just do this, just do that. Like that just bro advice. But bruh, it's all, they always start off good, but then it eventually ends bad. Like they'll, like the most recent example, this motherfucker Far From Weak. The most recent example, like I used to watch him a little bit, but like he started off on that good shit. And you know, some of his content, like I actually agree with, like the whole respect is forced, you know, like nobody's gonna respect like if you're prey in society. Like we live in a really animalistic society. Like if you're prey, nobody's gonna fucking respect you. But you know, if you're like a wolf or a tiger, I'm gonna use a tiger as an example because why not? But yeah, like why does a tiger have stripes? So nobody knows not to fuck with it. So basically, if you walk around and you just have that energy, like you got your stripes, like you just give them that people that don't fuck with me energy, you basically forcing your respect. So I agree with that. But getting back to the point, like started off with all of that good shit just for him to end up like scamming. Like he said he was gonna drop a free course, this and that, but then that shit ended up being a lot of fucking money. That shit was like $900. Like you definitely, like I hope nobody actually, I don't really care what anybody did, but like you stupid if they actually like bought into that. Like you mad stupid. Basically everybody got an agenda nowadays. Like these videos, like there'll be a lot of these videos where they try to make it sound deep. Like they'll talk about, oh, this movie tried to warn you about this tried to warn you about that, but like, you know, it's just some cap just to get you to click on the video, and the videos don't even be that deep. Or when you go watch whatever they were talking about, like the stuff that they talk about in the video, it's never that deep. Like another thing is societal expectations, like how society expects you to do all of this bullshit. And it's mostly because of social, I know I keep saying bullshit a lot, but like it's like social media is the cause of this. Because like back in the, you look at how life was in the 90s and even the early 2000s. Because I'm a '02 baby, like, but I barely remember the 2000s. But you know, society wasn't like that. It was a thing. I remember shit was a lot more down to earth than it is now. Like everything is like mad, everything is mad fake nowadays. Like I blame like Instagram, or really just social media in general. Like it's the cause of that. Because like you look at how things were, like even with YouTube, and like even with YouTube, um it was still more down to earth versus like how things are on like these newer platforms. Like, but yeah, social media in general is just ass. Because it's like now like we already kind of had this thing in American society where it's like you had to be successful at that. You had to go to college and have a job and a nice car and nice clothes. But I mean, you look at like a lot of that stuff, like back then wasn't that expensive. So like it wasn't as bad because a lot of that stuff was actually attainable versus now where it's like you gotta have nice designer clothes and you gotta have a car, like some crazy ass expensive materialistic, you know, you just have to have all of this stuff that you don't need just to impress other people that you don't even like, you know, it's the dumbest shit ever. Like they really expect you to have all of that shit. Like you have to have your shit together. um yeah, last thing I want to talk about is the presidential debate. um so yeah, it was 2 days ago, but like obviously Biden just, he did absolutely fucking terrible on that shit. Like he was just, it looked like he was about to fall asleep and he couldn't even get a whole sentence out. Like Trump was just actually absolutely destroying him, just absolutely mogged him. But you know, I'm not a. Here's where I'm about to say all of that stuff is capped because, um, you know, they're both two birds of the same wing. Like if you look at the economy, what is it? The economy 2024 cover. It shows, like it shows all the leaders. But if you look at where Trump is, it's a question mark because I guess they're nominating him, but they're giving the illusion that like he's a felon or whatever, like they're trying to get him out. But then it shows that they're where the on the, you know, the blue side, instead of a Biden, there's a woman. So yeah, like, and then another thing, they had the debate a lot earlier. Like usually it's like right before the election. It's like 1 or 2 months before the election, but this time it's in June. Like I just looked at that and I realized that shit never happened before. Like so they're probably doing that shit just so they probably did that shit just so he could fail miserably, so they could replace him and say, hey, Biden isn't good enough. So that's what they're trying to do on the blue, you know, the Democrat side. But yeah, that just shows you everything is a lie. Everything is fucking manipulation. I mean, it's always been like that, but especially nowadays. Like, the thing is, it's not getting worse. It's just easier to spot now. Like, I don't know if it's because these people are more and more delusional now, but also people are stupid. Like, people are mad stupid. Like, back then, if they tried that shit, it wouldn't have flied. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, everything is just a lie. Everything is capped. Like, they've been lying to us since we were young. That's it for now. Peace out.